Happy Wednesday, guys, and welcome to the venue live. My name is Roger Ramirez, and this is Houston's first online live performance venue brought to you from R&R Studio. Today, we're in the studio with WiR. Did I get it right, guys?
WiR, yes.
Guys, so let's get started. Tell us your names. We're gonna start with this talkative guy. Tell us your names and what you do in the band, please. And please,
I'm
speak up.
Ryan. I
There
play
you
the
go.
drums.
You play the drums?
Yes.
Awesome. Welcome back.
Roman, play guitar, vocals.
I'm Blake. I play the bass.
Bolo, guitar.
Welcome back, Bolo.
Thanks, brother. It was
Good to
great,
see you again,
great.
man.
Last time we were here was awesome, dude.
Yes,
Did that-
it was,
we had-
you were here for the 100th
It was
show.
the 100th show. Yeah.
Wow.
With the Reckless, and it was
With
a
Reckless.
lot of fun. Got to meet your family, dude. We had a blast. Man.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a long show.
Yeah.
It was like a 2-hour show.
Stuck somebody in that little room over there.
Yeah.
Way far away from us.
Yeah, but it all worked out great, man.
Awesome.
We've gone past 200 shows now, so
Congratulations, man.
we haven't had our celebration. Unfortunately, my dad passed away, so it kind of put a dent in my fucking life.
2020, man.
2020 it's just been terrible, man. But we're here. We're gonna celebrate music, and so let's talk music, man. So tell me a little bit about the band. How long have y'all been together, and how did y'all come about coming together?
I think we got everybody added and finished around March, April, something like that. And it was cool.
So right when everything started.
We
Sort of.
started and everything shut down.
A
So
lot of wood shedding, though. That was the one thing about the COVID thing. You could just stay in and work on new music. So
That is
was,
true.
that
yeah,
was wood
yeah.
shedding the hell out of it. So.
And how we came about was I did everything like ass backwards. Because like last year, like I had the band and the logo, and I was like making merch at home and shirts and cups and these leather cuffs and all kinds of stuff, and I had everything. I had my songs recorded, done everything, and I was like, oh, I need a band.
See,
and and then I.
Oh, that's weird.
And so I met Blake. Shout out to Kevin Hamlin. We met at
Oh, you know Kevin Hamlin?
we met at Tune Out for Cancer, and he was taking photos and stuff. And so me and Blake, we talked for like 2 hours about music, stuff like that. And then he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm in." Oh, you're okay. All right, cool. Then
Whenever you were talking to him, was he wearing that?
no, he
the
was
hat?
no, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't wear it. No, I probably wouldn't.
The
I wouldn't
half
approach him
mask?
like
What do you
that.
call
No,
that?
no.
Mirror Man.
Mayor man?
You can check out yourself while you're playing.
But
It was in real handy, man.
But
On
it
stage.
was cool because Blake was like, I dig what you're doing. I see the future. I like I like the style, sent him music. And then he calls me and he goes, "Hey, what about Bolo? Who the hell's Bolo? The dude that does the splits with
man,
with
I
like
do that
Dirty
right.
Reckless and all that." And I was like, that dude is bad to the bone. He ain't gonna play with us. He ain't gonna play with. No, man, seriously. And then
He's a whore.
I talked to Neil, and when I talked to him, I thought, man, this is crazy, man. And then he agreed to come on. He goes, "Hey, I dig your music, and don't kill me for saying this," but he goes, "Dude, I want to say this, man, but he goes, I've always wanted to play with like a lead black singer," and I was like, all right, man, I qualify, man. And then from there, he goes, "I know this super dope kid, man, that." He played with the Weeds. I went to go and watch him one day, and then he was no longer there. So I don't know. Maybe we might be able to pick him up. And so it was like I brought Blake brought Bolo brought Ryan, and it was like, dude, this was crazy. So then when we all met, we rehearsed one day, and I go, "Hey, we're gonna shoot a video next week."
No,
I already had it scheduled.
No. The day I met this guy, we were shooting the video.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were shooting
I
it.
never
Yeah,
even met
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Dude, we're
He's
gonna
like,
do
"I
a
need a
video on the
stand-in."
phone." I go, "Sure, fuck, let's do it." That sounds cool. But we had been sending music online, so it was just a total collaboration of just working on stuff online. It wasn't like we never got together and worked on anything for about the first month and a half, and then I got the invitation to the video, and it was like that's where I met him on stage. I was setting up. He goes, "Hey,
Yeah,
Bolo," and I'm like,
literally,
"Hey."
I'd seen him playing for years in and all around Houston, and then the day I met him was we were shooting the video for "Hey You," and he had learned the song, and he shows up, and I'm like hugging him and dapping him up and stuff. I'm like, man,
no, it was Cookout. Was it Cookout?
No, it was Hey You.
Oh, it was Hey You. Oh, that's
but
right.
that hadn't come out yet because we've got to reshoot it. But I was like, and then we didn't have this guy yet, so we had Ryan from Ryan English from Key Flight Captain sat in on the video as a drummer, and wore a wig and stuff. And I was like, and I'd seen all these guys play before, and I'm like, man, that's what's so cool about music. You're speaking a language, it's like Spanish or French or something. Like you're speaking a language with musicians, and everyone is professional. And it's just crazy how you can just step in and sit in, and you can just go. I mean, it's like going to the YMCA and 5 guys getting together and playing basketball. And you can look like you've been playing for a while. So it's these guys have just been
all
crazy
these guys
cool.
have excelled in their genre or in their art. You know what I'm saying? Because
Blake came to me and he asked me if I wanted to be. He goes, dude, I think you would really dig some of this music, And I was like, yeah, I'm down with it, man. Send it to me. So like I said, he sent it to me online. And when I heard that stuff, man, I was like, cool. I go, I liked it, but more than liking the music, I go, shit, that can be performed too. That can be like, I can sink my teeth into that as more of a performance art, Because for me, performance art is just as much a part of all this as the music itself.
Oh, of course.
And when I heard his stuff, man, I go, oh, that stuff, it's like Pink Floyd and Tool had a baby, man. Like,
so how would you describe what kind of genre is? Would you, if you had to
look?
put
I
a word on it.
I'm an artist, and I like to create things on my own. I create my own words, own talk, everything. And so I just kind of coined our stuff as I like to say it's Southern grunge hospitality. That's just what I classify it as. And like, if you come to one of our shows, you're gonna hear stuff that is Toolish and Chevelle-ish and like Limp Bizkit-esque and Kid Rockish and so I grew up on a rap.
It is all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I love rap. I love gangster rap. I love the hip hop. Yeah, and so when we get our rap stuff, but we add music to it, I mean, I like to call it pimp rock.
Pimp rock,
Southern grunge hospitality with a splash of pimp rock in it. So.
That's very nice, man. Well, I love it. I love how I know that all y'all come from different backgrounds. Or what are some of your biggest influence in music, man?
Mine? Oh, man. Danny Carey from Tool mainly. And Morgan Rose from Seven Dust. And Josh Freese, honestly.
Oh, yeah? They're all drummers, I'm assuming?
Yeah, honestly,
cool, man. I haven't heard any of them, but I'm sure they're pretty badass. What about you, man?
For me, it's just tons of stuff. But I'm going to just go ahead and say I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my mother because I've told this story often. I'm going to say dates so people are going to try to figure out my age, but it was in the 80s. And when Prince came to town, he was on the Purple Rain tour, and he was performing at the Summit. So some of y'all who know, the Summit where the Rockets used
I saw
to play.
the same tour. It was 84, right?
Yeah,
We talked about it.
That's when I was born, in 84.
I was in Millington, Tennessee.
Oh,
man.
my
That's
bad.
awesome.
I'm like, I was born in 84.
But what
Badass.
somehow, man, I don't know, man. My mom worked 3 or 4 jobs. She did a lot of crazy stuff, but he ended up performing 7 days in a row.
Oh, damn.
And somehow she scored tickets to 3 of the shows, and she took
way.
me, a little kid, and I got to see Prince perform 3 times in 1 week, and I was done. I'm crying. I'm, flowers are falling from the sky. Doves are going around the summit. I'm like, I'm done. Somehow I got to figure out how to do that. So I'm gonna straight up and down say Prince, and then from there else all the alternative stuff, rap stuff, just everything.
And how long did you wait before you started writing tunes?
Man, what's funny is I didn't get a guitar until it was like my sophomore or junior year in college. So I didn't start playing till 19, 20 years old. And I played football. Go Cougs, what's up? University of Houston.
You played
at
UH?
Yeah, and it was funny because if you're an athlete and, you're supposed to be like big and bad and macho and stuff like that, you can't say, oh, I want to be an artist. I want to be in theater. I want to be in choir and music and stuff. And I remember having my guitar, and I would sneak it into, I'm 4 football players, and everybody's in there playing John Madden. I try to sneak it into my bedroom and hide it in the closet. And man, I got made fun of. I got called all kinds of stuff, man. So it was hard. So I was trying to learn as an adult basically, and so it was crazy, but yeah, so it took a while. So it's been a minute, and it's been cool. And now I'm doing it for the fun of it, for the love of it. I don't need it for, trying to pay bills or tour the world and stuff, man. I just like to tell stories and play and jam, and
that's great, man.
Oh, you're
yes.
Oh, right. Probably one of mine. I mean, I come from all different kind of. I love all kinds of everything that's out there. I'm music core, but I don't know. Probably
music for you?
yes.
He did.
That's the
But-
closest thing he's ever come to cursing.
but probably probably one of like all around influences would be like Ryan Martini, Mudvayne, all that kind of stuff. I mean, the dude's just ridiculous. So
Do you mind pulling the mic a little closer to the mouth, bro?
all right, how about
There.
hey, look at that. Look at that. Hey, how you
There
doing?
you are.
All right. I don't know if anyone heard that, but anyways, into everything, and pretty much the probably like as far as like a player would be Ryan Martini, which is Mudvayne and that kind of stuff. So
How did you get started playing the bass?
I actually was picking up the little banjo in 2007, playing the banjo for a bit. Then I realized I hated the banjo, and I lived in an apartment. I mean, I love the banjo.
It took
but
picking it up and playing it to
Dude,
figure
let me
that out.
see the neck is that wide, So I started. No, I got sausage fingers. So it's 2007. I was trying to play the banjo. Living in an apartment, so I couldn't even play it anyways because it's so freaking loud. And so I was talking to a buddy over Mexican food because that's the best way to come up with these things, right?
Of course.
And
You got him going, man.
I'm almost done. See, I was almost done. I got interrupted. See? So, anyways, we're talking over tortillas no, it was a torta. It was a torta.
Oh,
Anyways, that's different.
That's a
so
great
it's a different
talk.
story. Anyways, so it was a big torta. So anyway,
he
so
even said it right.
yeah, it's a torta.
Yeah.
You can't mess up a torta. Anyway, so we're talking over this stuff, and then and I was like, dude, I'm thinking about getting rid of my banjo. I don't know what to do. And he goes, you ever played bass? And I was like, similar enough. Sounds cool. And I don't want to play guitar because the strings are so
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. But anyways, so I was just like, let's do a bass. So I went to a store, traded in banjo, got a bass, and that's history.
That's great, man.
See, that was short.
That was relatively.
It's like the shortest story ever.
What about you, Bolo?
I mean, it's got to be Zeppelin, of course.
Yeah.
It's like that's my roots as a kid. Even though I don't listen to them, I don't even want to listen to Zeppelin ever again. But still, it's like it's what I grew up with. And Jimmy Page is my boy. And then, but Hendrix, I was a huge Hendrix fan as a kid. And Robin Trower. So I'm a huge I love Robin Trower. And I mean, even like later on, Johnny Ramone and the Ramones and stuff like that. I like that side of Rollins and stuff.
That's pretty badass, man.
Mix of heavier stuff.
So, and you don't have to answer this, but Bolo, how did that come about?
The hat.
Did we talk about this last time?
Yeah. Was that? I think it was
Damn
a
it.
Reckless show, and somebody I started wearing it, and then
Is that what it's called, the Bolo?
I don't even friggin' know. I think it is. It is now. And but somebody said, "Hey, Bolo," because they didn't know my name, and they said, "Hey, Bolo, there's the Bolo guy." So I kind of got that for a while, and then I just said, "Fuck it," and I told the guy singer for the band, I go, "Just fucking call me Bolo."
Yeah, that's cool though.
So that's what it is.
That's
My
cool.
friends are all like, well, what's with this Bolo name? But that's what it is. Live with it.
So back to you, brother. While in Rome, why while in Rome, or what does that mean, or how did you come about?
Because when in Rome was already taken. Nah, kidding. Yeah, just while in Rome, because in my mind, it's like while in Rome, do as the Romans do. Of course, Roman is a playoff of my name, of course. And that's actually my...
He's a thinker, man.
Yeah, smart guy.
And that's my middle name, and that's what I go by professionally and stuff. And so, because we had talked about this before, but I've been playing music for a long time, but I've been a professional actor since 2010. Yes. So, what happened is a really good friend of mine, Tammy Taz Diaz, is a great writer here in Houston. And we had worked on some short films and some other things together, and I came up with a concept for a film, which was actually based on my life. It's called Strike a Chord, which is a twofold meaning. It's about kind of surviving abuse, stuff like that, and then being an athlete, but kind of going through the prejudice and stuff like that of wanting to do something other than what other people think you should do. And so I spent a lot of time talking with her about my life, what got me started in music and things that I'd kind of had to survive and get through. And so I told her my story. She took about 18, 19 hours worth of notes, and then in 3 days had a whole screenplay, you know.
Wow.
And Smoke Hammer Productions, which is a production company out of Austin. I'd worked with them on several films. And so then they optioned the film, and we started putting this script in competitions and stuff, and it was winning, you know, for like Best Dramatic, and Houston International Film Festival and some other things. And so, but it's about playing music and wanting to pursue it as a passion, but other people kind of see you and think, well, no, you need to go do this and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, it's things like in the film, like I was a professional fighter for a while, you know, and I would do things like go and fight or have a tournament during the day or a fight at night and hope that I didn't have a black eye or an injury, and then hurry up and see, oh, can I make my set time and grab my guitar and then go somewhere and then go play music all in the same night. Damn. And so strike a chord is kind of a twofold meaning. And so what ended up happening was I had to audition to play myself. That's crazy enough. And so I said, you know, I better start playing again and working on my chops and all that kind of stuff so that I can play myself in the film. And so a lot of what you're going to hear tonight is music that could potentially be used for the soundtrack for the film.
Oh, wow.
So...
If you didn't get that role, it's gonna make fun of you forever.
I know. I'm an actor and I can't play myself. You know, I got to give it up. But that happens a lot. There's a lot of films that are made and the people are still alive and they don't get to play themselves.
That is
so
true.
It's like, you know, so it's weird. So that's where WiR in Rome came from, and then WiR. You know, it's about adaptability. You know, wherever you're at, adapting and surviving
Like
and doing all kinds of stuff.
the actual word wire.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you look on our website, I kind of took that dictionary and added some stuff into it and all kinds of stuff. I think I came up with a pretty cool definition. So.
Oh, nice. So you just made up that word, sort of.
Yeah.
What you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Made up some word. Cool.
I mean, I'm crazy. I'm silly, man.
It wasn't a made up word before.
Yeah.
WIR. It wasn't
just WIR. But what's funny is if you go and try to search it, there's a lot of WIRs all over the world. So I was like, well, they're not WiR in Rome. So,
yeah, right.
You know, there we go. Yeah.
So what about social media stuff, man? Where can people go and catch your social media?
Man, that is so freaking hard. Well, we actually have an actual band site that's called WiR Rocks with one R.
Okay.
.com. And of course, we need to update that, probably like most bands do. What are we on Facebook? On Facebook, we're WiR.
Wild Rome Band.
WiR at Wild and Rome Band. You know, stuff like that. Yeah.
Try to make it as confusing as possible.
No, I try. I
We're doing
wanted
a great
to get,
job of it too.
I
was
wanted
really
to
proud
get
of
just
us.
WiR, but you can't. You know, so it's like, man,
got
this is
that down.
stupid, man. Spotify. What's Spotify? Oh yeah, we're so we've so it's funny. We've released. We have 2 songs that are released. We've got The Cookout, which you'll hear tonight. That's kind of like a pimp rock song. You know, it's like how we do things in the South. We also have Robbery. So that's out on all the, streaming platforms. And then we have those 2 videos that are kind of out, and people are seeming to like it. So it's been pretty cool, So I don't know what's going to be released next, but we've got 12, 15 songs waiting.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's a cool story, man, about your life. Is that movie made yet?
No, it is not made yet. We're still seeking funding and stuff, and we've kind of reached out to some investors and some actors with some big names,
Nice.
So yeah, it'll be.
Let us know when it comes out, man. I'd love to watch it.
Absolutely, hell yeah, absolutely.
Watch it on this thing right here.
Yeah, dude, on all of them at the same time.
That's badass.
That's actually
And if you
cool.
can picture in the movie, there's at the end when I finally get the courage to get on stage and play. It's at a country bar of all things,
yeah?
and it'll be a country band. So can you picture these guys actually being up there, like being the country band? Like I don't know them. They look so much like a country band.
We need the chicken coop stuff for all the beer bottles to be thrown.
But what I love too is I love the fact that none of us look like we should play together. Like we don't look.
That's what I meant earlier. Like,
like,
oh yeah, like
It looks like I should be afraid of them.
I never thought about that. I really didn't.
and we don't look like we
odd-looking
play together,
motherfuckers.
and that's what's cool. So you come to our show, like there's people that like him because they're like, dude, he does what do you call it?
splits.
Like female yoga. What do you call it? Like band
Yoga.
rock yoga? He does the rock yoga.
Yeah,
Everybody knows him
he
for.
I'm gonna
holds
start a
his
new
poses.
business called Rock
When you hold your
Yoga.
poses,
Look
he
it
holds
up.
his
Well,
What is it?
he does the
Rocker
splits,
yoga.
and
Rocker
of course
yoga.
his face is 6 inches from the
Follow
ground. All kinds of stuff,
rockeryoga.com.
And he's in his own world. You know what I mean? Pretty boy over here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they come just to watch him. You know,
That's where the
I would
girls
go
can-
just to watch him.
that's
Hey
Yeah, just
now.
throw it
Hey
out there.
now.
No,
yeah.
no
So
fucks given.
That's weird.
So you mentioned that
Awkward.
earlier that you had something coming up in November. I know not very many people are playing now because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
and-
man, it's no, it's cool. We thanks to Second Chance Productions and John Janash and Christy Cunningham and Carmen Poole over at Wildcatters, we get a chance to play with open up for Trapped November 20th. So that's pretty
Awesome.
cool. That'll be like our first national act coming to town. So we're gonna try to wreck shop.
Well, that's
with
pretty
that.
awesome,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to put some more dates in there in between. And my main thing is trying to play somewhere in town at least once a month. I don't want to burn anybody out, but we like to hit people over
Any
the head.
venues in mind that you are kind of target or?
I don't know. These guys have played everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of getting started in the industry in Houston, but I'm down for whatever, man. We'll play in the street.
Yeah. A true artist.
Yeah. So
I used to play outside of the Galleria just for fun. Just take my guitar and sing some tunes. It was cool.
Wow.
Let's do it.
I mean, let's
A couple of bums got mad at me, and my brother-in-law.
Taking their spot.
Yeah, pretty much. And we felt kind of bad because all we did was just buy a beer with the money. I mean, that's what they were gonna do anyways. I guess I shouldn't have done. Well, guys, it's a pleasure to have you here, and
Awesome being
It
here.
is a pleasure.
and I truly am enjoying your music. I was fortunate to do sound check with y'all and hear it before all of these guys are gonna hear it online, and it's definitely different.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can pull it off without smoke machines and without lights and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, we're just gonna sit in the booth and storytell, man. That's
Yeah,
all.
man.
Yeah,
Just have fun, man.
yeah.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Go check them out. Go to their pages. Go and like them, subscribe to them, follow them. Go watch their shows whenever they come out, playing in November or anytime they play. And just thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a small break, and these guys are going to go and get ready in the booth. So don't go anywhere, and we will be right back with While in Rome. Thank you very much, guys.